Good morning, everyone. I hope you must have enjoyed the arrival of Rafael. It was not only flying in the sky, but in all social media handles. It was a proud moment for all of us. I would also suggest you people to look at the new education policy, which has been approved yesterday only. So you can study that. It might be implemented from the next year, but being a student, you should know about it. By the time other students join, I would like to share the link of the book review. If you're not selected your book title, you'll have to select it and submit it, because next week onwards we'll have presentations on book reviews. I'll share here with you people the link for the same, so that by the time people join, you can update your details if you're not done. Because till now I have received only 54 registrations, 54 submissions. That means 54 students have only registered for their book titles. If you have not done, it's high time to do that. So during the session, when I give you time, you can edit, you can update whatever is required, you can do that. Fine. So we'll start today's session. Today, Keyur and Kushal. Is Kushal present today? I guess Kushal is not joined yet. So Keyur and Krunal, will you be comfortable to share your closing remarks and respond to the queries when I ask questions? Keyur and Krunal, if you can unmute your mic and speak, or you can write in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Krunal? Fine, fair enough. Okay. Today's topic is presentation. And for most of the people, presentation is a present tension. It is easy to speak, rather easier to think. And the easiest thing is not to do anything. So when you speak something, It's a different story. But when you tell, that means you're speaking to somebody. That is different story. You need to be careful about listeners. You need to be careful about the respondent, the receiver. So presentation is something that you present to somebody, or it can be a group of people. So if you are not well prepared, in that case, there can be a problem. In English, there is a list of imaginary fears, and you will be surprised to know that there are 650 types of imaginary fears. Yes, 650. In English, it is called phobia. 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 So there are 650 types of phobias. And on number one, it is not the phobia of losing life. The phobia is to speak in public. See the height. This is the problem. So here, when you go with any presentation at any level, addressing any number of audience, there will be a problem. There will be a tension. If you are not prepared, if you are not enough fully equipped with the content and the presentation style. That's why what I have decided is that we can take this presentation session to the next level. So I have added certain details and I'm going to give you a surprise during this session. And please remind me about our Google Voice Assistant application in the end of the session so that we want to complete it and before Janmashtami we want to launch it. So that during vacation time you can do that. And I tell you that you will be the first people of engineering across Gujarat. I don't know about India, but across Gujarat for sure. Find that you will have your own application for English for ETC subject. Fine. So we can definitely do something. We can definitely go an extra mile. There is no problem in that. We start with the introduction of this presentation. Presentation add extra charm to the person's speech. It's like adding a cherry on the cake, adding a flavor. In the last session, I must have told you about vanilla products. It's a plain thing, but if you add colors to that, that will give you additional look. You go to a hotel or dhaba, you ask for sweet lassi, you will find one glass with sweet lassi. That's all. But you go to a hotel, a good restaurant, you will find one red color line or pink color line into that glass. You will find that okay, that is something different. It's about garnishing, presenting. Things are same. During lockdown, I could find one video of one of my Facebook friends stating that today dinner party in hotel style. That means the table was arranged, people were sitting there, you know, uh, dishes and bowls and glasses, spoons, they were arranged in a way that you can find in hotel. Why is it so? It's about presentation. So your simple content becomes unique with your presentation, and that is what we want to learn today. We want to discuss today in this session. There's an old Chinese proverb. Fine, while preparing this content, I was not knowing that there is a ban on China. There are Chinese things, but we can definitely include Chinese proverb, and there's no harm in that. That what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. The thing is, it is it is the concept of learning by doing. See, now if you go back to my last lecture, when I told you people that everybody will come up with 20 questions, there's learning by doing. At least 20 questions are clear with you people. So here we believe in that one. So presentations help a lot to explain maximum things in minimum. Why? Because we add graphics, infographics, charts and bar charts and pictures, images, videos, GIF, everything can be added. All these visual ads can be added to that. So in that way, we can we can share maximum things using minimum things, right? So that's the concept. If you want to define presentation, how we can define presentation? See, if you look at the first sentence that talks about definition of presentation, we can defrag it into different parts and we can find out the keywords to understand it thoroughly. First, I'll explain you the whole thing and then we will defrag it into parts, and one by one I'll explain you the keywords. It says that the process of showing and explaining the content of a topic to an audience. If you look at it, if it goes in this way, that will not comprehend you much. That will not leave kind of impact in your minds. But if you look at it, there is a first keyword called process. It is a process. What the process is about? The process is about showing or explaining. What? It's about content, right? Content can be of any topic. And to whom? There should be an audience. It's not about self presentation. It's not a monologue. It's not soliloquy, right? It's about presenting to the audience. So there's one keyword process, second is showing or explaining, third is content, fourth is audience. So these are the four parameters, four elements which are included in the definition of presentation. So if you touch upon these four quadrants, if you touch upon these four types, if you touch upon these four different dimensions, right, you can justify your presentation. Now we come to the skill, right? It's a very old story. It's about knowledge and skill. Whatever you know is knowledge, and whatever you can implement, right, you can utilize that knowledge is skill. But I add third element called wisdom. Knowledge is what you know, skill is how you can utilize it, and wisdom is what not to do, what not to know. Fine. For example, if a boy knows how to smoke a cigarette, he has read somewhere the steps, or we change it to a non-smoking zone. You read one book, How to Swim Well. It's about 200 pages. You acquired the knowledge of swimming, but you have never touched water, right? You have never entered water for swimming purpose. Now, if you become a good swimmer, that is a skill that you converted your knowledge into a skill. But not to swim in unknown water, that is rivers or ponds where you don't know, you should not jump there and you should not risk your life. That's about wisdom. So you should know about this. So we talk about presentation skill, next level, level two. It is about the ability to present a structured, prepared, and speech based means of communicating information. See, here the concept is about communication, to convey your idea. I can convey your idea through Google Meet, through this PowerPoint presentation. I can give you a video to watch. I can deliver a lecture. You can see my face. You might not like to watch, but if there is no other option, you can look that, you go to the classroom and we experiment, we do activities. That is what we had active learning methods that we did in last semester. So there are different ways, but it should be structured. When I started teaching you people effective technical communication in the first session of lecture and lab, there was orientation that how I'm going to deal with. For every minute, every section has been structured. It is speech based, yes, it is speech based, right? To communicate information, idea, arguments to a group of interested people. That means you group, right? You people. In order to inform or pursue them, to inform, to acknowledge, right? So in that way, we can work out. Now we'll talk about purpose of presentation. Why should we present, or what are the objectives of presentation? So let's talk about the same, right? Okay. The first thing first is presentations are made to inform. If you want to inform somebody, right, you can do that. It can be there to instruct, it can be there for entertainment. Presentation can be made to inspire, motivate somebody. It can be done to activate, stimulate certain things. The way, you know, in software engineering, computer engineering, C language, right? People do that, right? We show you the program, and when it is done on the screen of the professor, and then you understand that. So you stimulate that thing before launching certain things by using AI and augmented reality. Yet you can feel like that. You can stimulate it. We are stimulators, right? To pursue, to follow up. So these are the things. I guess up to now, things are okay. Everyone, can we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Why this purpose is important? Why should we go with this? If you look at this 5 points, fine. You look at these 5 points in 1 minute time, and then I'll ask anyone to explain any point. These are more or less steps, we can say. But have a look at it. Fine. So purpose-based details are there. Anyone from the audience, intelligent assembly, would like to express or share on any of the topics? Or should I do the honor of asking people? Kayur, what do you say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What? Yes, sir. What should I do? Should I ask somebody, or will you nominate someone?
Ask somebody.
Okay, thank you. See, if you look at the first line, if the purpose is to provide information or and to analyze a situation, there is a limited interaction with the audience. Simple. If your purpose is to inform, right, it would be one way, one sided thing. But if the purpose is to pursue, to discuss. Fine. There will be interaction with the audience too, right? Okay. Now you can share the facts and information with the people with whom you are going to discuss. Then you invite audience to participate and ask them to share their opinions, suggestions, solutions. If a presentation should be, and at the same time, you must be flexible enough, you must be down to earth to expect any unexpected thing. You should not be annoyed that somebody asks certain other things, right? So you need to be very clear about it, right? If somebody asks you any question which is out of box, or which is difficult in a way, a typical definition of difficult question, right? So you should not give any kind of reaction, but on the contrary, you should respect, you should appreciate, fine, the questionnaire. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you two adjectives which you can use in any situation, and people cannot judge your mind. If I ask you a question and you say it's a good question, that means you're positive. Sir, this question is not relevant. I'll understand you are not with me. So, what kind of words, adjectives we can use so that people cannot judge? That common type of thing that you can use everywhere. Interested to know? Hello, are you interested to know two adjectives which can be used anywhere to give your feedback? Okay. The first one is, yeah, thank you. The first one is interesting. Second is wonderful. When somebody says, see, your sister says, see, I cooked this dish. Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful does not mean good or bad. If somebody asks me a question, yeah, it's an interesting question. When I say interesting question, it does not mean that whether it is good or bad. But if this by sharing these two adjectives or either of these adjectives, right, we can justify, satisfy both listener and reader. You can use it wisely. Bold, italic, underline, wisely. This is something good that I wanted to make you people activated, stimulated. Fine. What you need to do is you need to share your introduction, self introduction that you're done with passport to communication. So you need to speak your name, one adjective related to your personality. I'm a hardworking person. I'm an innovative teacher. I study in this. My hobbies are this. Fine. It will take 1 minute. So what you need to do is, I'll give you 5 minutes to prepare. Other 3 minutes to prepare, not more. 3 minutes to prepare, and within after 3 minutes, everybody will speak for 1 minute or less than 1 minute. Fine. What you need to do is you need to yeah, you need to speak your self introduction and these four things. Kushal Patel, welcome. Time has been changed. It is now 9:30. Though I used to allow people in my physical classroom at coming and leaving at any time, so online is not a problem. But if it is possible, be there on time. Okay, the time has been started. I'll be calling one by one everyone to speak. 3 minutes. Fine. Who will start with? Kayur, you need to nominate students one by one.
Okay, sir. Mm, Syam Ladani.
Shyam, start. Start.
So, hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Sam Ladan. I expect expecting to English learning. I study at computer engineering and hobbies playing.
Thank you. Next.
Next, Jwalant Modi.
Okay. Kayur, start typing one by one in chat box.
Sir,
Yes,
I
Jwalan.
start.
Yes, Jwalan,
Yes,
start.
Hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Choran Modi, and I am always energetic and eager to learn new skills. I am studying in third semester in computer engineering in MEFGI, and my hobbies are programming, coding, and playing cricket. Thank you.
Isha.
Hello everyone, my name is Isha Vipalya and I learn English and I like to I like English very much and I am studying computer engineering in Marwadi University and my hobbies is listening songs.
Fine. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Nirbhay Netpura. I am studying at Marwadi University in Computer Engineering Department, and my hobbies is playing football and cricket.
Hello everyone, my name is Diye Khanapra. I like to exercise in every day early morning and I am studying in BE SAM 3 Computer Engineering and MEFGI and my hobby is playing cricket.
Fine. 1 minute.
Good morning
Dux,
everyone.
Dux, 1 minute. I'm sorry to interrupt you. 1 minute. See, friends, my name is Deepak. I am Deepak. You can use like that. Then adjective that you use, I am an energetic person, and whatever you say. Two things I like to mention where you can pay attention to. Number one, when talk about your studies, please do not say, do not underline, bold, italic, red color font. Do not say that I am studying. No, it's a wrong one. I study is the right expression grammatically. I study. Or I am the student of. One. Number two, in the same thing, there is 1.1, 1.2. I tell you that you should not speak the short form. I study in B SEM 3. Now, you study in engineering, your parents would be knowing, but your uncle would not be knowing what is B, what is MEFGI. People would not know. So I study computer engineering from Marwadi Engineering College. If you cannot speak Marwadi Education Foundations Group of Institutions, MEFGI, right? If you cannot say, but you need to say then Marwadi Engineering College. You can say like this. If you want to talk about university, you are affiliated with GTU, Marwadi University and Marwadi College. Fine. In our campus, we have Marwadi University too and Marwadi Engineering College too. College is affiliated to Gujarat Technological University, GTU. So you should say GTU like that, right? If you say GTU, I understand because I am part of it. You are part of it. But other people would not know, right? So if you say that I study BC from MAFGI GTU, it would be a kind of code which you cannot decode. Fine. So make sure that you do not use abbreviated forms, short forms. Speak all proper full forms. 1.3, you speak slowly, right? You are not there to catch the train or catch the flight. You are telling, you are not speaking. Make sure that you speak in a way that people get chance to listen to you. Speaking fast is not the sign of proficiency or fluency, mind it. If you are if you are speaking fast, that doesn't mean that you are a good speaker, not at all. Ultimate objective is to communicate. Okay, now point number 2, it's about your hobbies. Many students say that my hobbies is one. When it is one hobby, say my hobby. And it is not necessary to start the sentence with my hobby or my hobbies. I love to, I like to, I'm passionate about. But the way I taught you people, or you study that from passport to communication skills, that there should be parallelism. That means if there are more than one hobbies in your, you are going to include in your statement of showing your hobbies or sharing your hobbies, you need to use same format of verb. Means when you say that I love to read and listen to music, to read and listen to. If you say I love playing cricket and watching movies, so when you use ing form of verb, you should use ing form of verb everywhere. That means it should be parallel, equal. Is it clear now, everyone? So you need to speak in that way, and there should be some cheerfulness in your words, right? It should not be that much harsh that it starts biting your ears. Fine. So try to soothe your voice and speak in a cool, calm way. Fine. Ducks, you can start. Again, apologies for interrupting you people, but I guess it was necessary to share details with you people. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Daksh Punara, and I always curious to gain some knowledge every day. And I complete my higher studies in Raj School, and I studying computer engineering from Marwari Education Foundation, and I like bike riding. Thank you.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Yes.
everyone. My name is Bhavesh. I am a hardworking person. I study computer engineering from Marwadi Engineering College, and I love to do painting.
Very good, Bhavesh. You remember Munaba MBBS. Good morning, Mumbai. So there should be kind of that kind of thing, in your mind. Good morning, everyone. So there should be spark in your, in your voice. Fine. Okay. Next, please.
Hello, I am Kushal Patel and I am a very friendly person. I study computer engineering in Marwadi University and in my free times I play cricket and watch movies and series.
Good, Kushal. Next.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Janima Kadia. I study computer engineering in Marwadi College. I like to listening the song very much and thank you.
Okay. And thank you. I like to listening. I like to listen to songs. Right, Jenny? You correct it. Okay,
Okay.
better. Next.
I am Ankit and I am studying in Marwadi University.
Ankit, repeat.
Hello everyone, I am Ankit. I am studying computer engineering in
Repeat.
Marwadi University. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Ankit, repeat.
Hello everyone, I am Ankit. I am studying computer engineering
Stop.
in Marwadi University.
Stop, stop, stop. Repeat the last sentence.
I am studying computer
No,
engineering.
I study.
Okay.
Beta, I explained you. Right? You people just before 10 minutes. Never use, do not use I am studying. Bold, italic, underline, red color font. What was that? Not to use am studying. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. Go ahead.
I love to listen
Nahi.
music
Repeat
and
again. Start from one. Good morning, all.
good morning. I am Ankit. I studying computer engineering in Marwadi University. I love to listen music and playing RP games.
Excellent. Very good, Ankit. Next.
Hello everyone, my name is Chintan Mungra. I am always energetic. I study in third semester in computer engineering in Marward University. I like to play cricket. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Anand. I study computer engineering from Marwadi Engineering College. My hobby is playing cricket.
Next. Good.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I am Khushi Parsania, and I am totally dedicated towards my work, and I am fully a family person. I study computer engineering at Marwadi University, and I love to travel, explore, cook, and to make new things at home. Thank you.
Good, Kushi.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Parthik Roda. I am determined and ambitious in every field I work. I study computer engineering from Marward Engineering College, and my hobby is to explore new movies.
Good part. Next.
Good morning, everyone. I am Manvaliza. I am pursuing my Bachelor's of Engineering degree from Marwadi University. I live in Rajkot, and
Lisa,
I like to do yes, sir.
again. Pursuing. Why pursuing? No ing beta.
I pursue my Bachelor's of Engineering degree from Marwadi University at Rajkot. I like to do surfing and cooking.
Excellent.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Ravi Parmar. I study computer engineering at Marwadi University. I love to play cricket.
Good.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mahima Kumkhania. I am a very responsible person. I study computer engineering at Marwadi Engineering College, and my hobby is reading book. Is reading book. RG.
Good.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Rajesh Parmar. I study in computer engineering from Marwadi Engineering College. My hobby is to swimming.
Rajesh, my hobby is to swim. Right? When you want to say swimming, my hobby is swimming. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can say my hobby is swimming or I love swimming. Right? Good. Next. Yes, Kayur, where are you?
Complete, sir.
Yeah, it's your turn, no?
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I am Kairu Patel. I am a friendly person. I studied computer engineering at Marwadi Engineering College. Cricket is my favorite hobby. Thank you.
Okay, good. Great. Fine. See, I could find that some of you made mistakes, and immediately when I asked you people that this is the mistake you corrected, and immediately you corrected it. This is the sign of a good learner, that once you are said that this is a mistake, you correct it immediately. Right? Committing mistake is not a crime. Fine. But thing is that when you correct it in time, that shows your skill as a good learner. And for that, I am proud of you people. Okay. So we can move ahead. If you want to make our presentation better, who can help us? So I have with me 6 helpers which can help you to make your presentation better. Now we are switching to the next gen or next level quizzes, where you will have to write the words instead of just writing ABCD or selecting one. So you can take a screenshots if you wish, wherever required, right? Okay. So let us see that which are these helpers. These are 6 great helpers: why, who, where, when, what, and how. If you can justify the answers of these 6 questions, your presentation would be awesome, no doubt about it. Now, when I say why, what do you mean by why? What do you mean by who? What do you mean by where? So we'll go one by one and we'll try to justify that what exactly we need to find out for justification. If you look at it, the why says that you need to decide the purpose of your presentation. What is the purpose? Why you want to present this? If it is clear, in that case, there is no problem about it. Second is who. Who is your audience? Audience analysis is very important. For example, if I am going to deliver the same kind of presentation or delivering lecture to the students of 8th grade Gujarati medium, and that way I cannot speak English. But if I am going to talk to the people who are final year engineering students and they are looking for GRE, they are looking for IELTS and TOEFL tips, in that way the words which I use would be different. So who your audience is, that makes a lot of difference. So you need to scan your audience to know your audience. And that's why you must have observed that many great communicators, they ask, if they are not sure about people, they'll ask the audience that which language should I use. This is important. Where, what is the menu? Location is also important. Fine, if you're sitting at your home, it's a different location. If you're sitting at a classroom, it's a different location. So location wise, it plays a vital role. So that you need to scan, right? You need to also look at the ambience. If it is chilled auditorium, right, people will go to sleep definitely. If it is auditorium, AC is not working and you will feel like that you are backed up, fine, then in that case you are sweating wet, you will start getting irritated whatever the topic is. So venue makes a lot of difference in a way. What is the time? Our lecture is 9:30 to 11:30, but if it is in the morning 7:30, suddenly tomorrow your new timetable says that you need to start from 7:30 in the morning, and then you will say, what is this? That people would awake, or people will have desktop in second lecture. The first lecture it would be rebooting system, right? So it depends what time. What is the content? I have said many a times, and I'll be repeating it many a times, that content is the king. See, if you have a rich content, nobody can beat you. Mind it. If you have a rich content, nobody can beat you. That's for sure. So that's why it is called content is king. At the same time, how you present, represent content is also an art. That's why the method you use to present your idea is called queen. So it is said that if content is king, your way of presentation is queen. Fine. So you can be a royal by having mastery on what to present and how to present. And definitely you can win the world. Now it's time to reconnect. You need to name six helpers. It is not necessary that you type it in a sequence, it can be any sequence. Out of six, three you can find in the question itself. 1 minute and you need to type all six. It's not WWWH. You need to write all entire thing. Let's say who is the fastest finger first. Jwalant is fastest finger first. Parth is second. Jay, good. Krunal. See, I told you that it's going to be a little bit difficult to type everything. Till now, you used to say true or false. Okay, good. Daksh and Keyur, Lisa, Ankit, Rajesh, Ravi, Isha, Nirbhay. Good, good. I'll wait for two more responses and then go ahead. After Khushi, okay, Chintan, and one more. One more to go. Jenny, done. Everybody has written correctly. These are six great helpers that I talked about. Okay. Now, audience analysis. How audience can be analyzed? You can look at it how audience can be analyzed. Keyur, are we going on a right track? Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then it should be okay with everybody then. Okay. Now, if you know about the audience, in that case, you can do better. Fine. First thing is, what are their interests, likes, and dislikes? So, if I know little about you people, I can do better. Are you familiar with the topic or not? If not, in that case, I should not use jargons, technical words. If you are interested, if you are knowing, in that case, I can talk about it. For example, if I talk about C, let us see. When I say let us see, you say, oh, sorry, we're going to talk about studio, conio, printf, scanf, nested loop, and all this. Fine. Now, thing is that when I talk to C, I talk about C to someone from science background, that person will say, oh, sir is talking about vitamin C. If I talk to somebody with literature, oh, it's she is a pronoun, or C is a letter from the alphabet A to Z. So the thing is same, but people have different perceptions. That's why they'll consider it differently. So it is better that you know that whether the person is familiar with the topic or not. Is their attitude hostile or friendly? If I tell you that your attendance will be marked if you even if you don't attend the class. After that, how many would be there to attend the lecture? Right? Sometimes I feel that I am so lucky that I have many students. But when I ask that if I'll give you attendance without attending my class, then I need to check that how many students would be still joining. So are you there to 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 learn from me, or you just say that okay, sir, we'll tolerate you for the sake of attendance? That is a different thing. That means, is it hostile by force or by choice or by love? Whatever. Fine. We need to find out the range of the group. Day for yesterday only, my daughter she's in nursery, and she has got online class for 20 minutes every day. Now she had certain problem with the teacher. Whatever happened, I don't know. Fine, but she refused. The teacher that I'll not answer. Right, and we tried our level best. But we could not convince her to answer. That's the age group. I can tell you that you do this. You speak like this. Rajesh, you go, you come again, and you speak like this. So Rajesh can understand that. Okay, sir is telling for my benefit. But if the old, that young age students, they will not understand it. Same is the case with the old people. If you're dealing with old people, it's very hard to convince them. They believe that they are always right, and there always is actually our never. But there is a contrast. What we call it, generation gap. The age group is important. What's the size of the group? See, if it's 20 students, I can ask everybody to one by one to speak, right? But if there are 2,000 students attending the class, I can never dare to think of even asking people that unmute your mic and tell me. Even people there, 2,000 people, they unmute their mics and start speaking. I won't be able to figure out that who unmuted mic and who spoke. And lecture will go in that only. Size matters. In 60, we cannot do certain activities, but in 20, we can dare to. So size of the group matters a lot. Local is a location. As I mentioned that location is very important, right? So you look at this the way I told you that when you meet somebody one to one, that makes difference. Virtual, it has got all its limitations, right? And the limitation of that environment, location, infrastructure, ambience that also work, right? So this is what I've explained you people. Podium is something that is important in the beginning of your career. When you're presenting something, podium will definitely help you. You can rest yourself right on the podium. You can put your laptop there and you can rest your hands and you can speak. But when you are a pro presenter, you can definitely go to the stage, in the center of the stage, and you can rock the world. Fine, the way it happens in TED videos. Fine, so you can find such kind of thing. 1 minute, you look at this. If you have a question or query, you can ask me. Any doubt, question? Can we go ahead? Keyur and Kushal, you're going to share the closing remarks, right? And during this, if you have a question, you can ask me. Okay. Now, next is how to prepare a good presentation. You will find some YouTube videos and how to prepare a killer presentation. So are you going to kill somebody while presenting? But that is something, adjective that can attract you. It's a word game. So four P's. You need to plan, prepare, practice. It is practice, not practice. It is practice is a verb. Practice is a noun and present. So you need to plan it first, then you prepare, you practice well, and then you present. Fine. Okay. Now time to reconnect. You need to write A B C D whatever the sequence. What should be the right sequence? Fastest finger first. Lisa, plan, prepare, practice, present. B C D A part. Okay. Everyone quickly. Faster. Okay. Fine. Let's check it out. What is the answer? If you have a question or query, you can ask me. Hello.
Sir, prepare should come first, no? Plan, prepare, then practice.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. As Lisa said. Okay, is correct. Okay. See, this is something I wanted to check that when things are correct, you challenge your teacher too, right? See, that's why I had an idea that let me have some trick. If you look at this, step is plan, prepare, practice, present, which I shared, right? So here, what I did was P and C. BCDA is the right answer, but I changed it just to check whether you people dare to say or not. Right? BCDA is the right one. This is something you need to learn, and I'm very happy that you challenge your teachers too. If it is wrong, tell them, and don't take things for granted. Fine. I would have done this prank, in the class in a different way. So even yesterday only in A batch 2, people responded, "Sir, this is wrong. You write like this. It should be like this." With all, what we call respect, regards, you said, but you need to do this. I'm very happy for that. Lisa and you, it was Lisa and I guess Parth. You took the initiative and dare to say that this is the right one, sir. There is a mistake. So BCDA is the right one. Good. Now we'll move to the next phase, structure of presentation, how presentation can be structurized. Fine. Like the way we explained essay writing and all, the same thing, same way. There is no difference in a way, we can say. Right? You need to go with introduction, main body, and conclusion. In introduction, you talk about the objective, why you want to present. What is the aim, objective, purpose of presentation? You mention that, and you support that argument, the statement, by giving examples, expanding it, and in conclusion, you summarize it, right, with the same recap of thesis statement, right? The same thing, the way you learned how to present and how to write an essay. It is same thing. I could develop one habit over the period of time, that I used to write on cheats the main points before I go for any presentation, especially when I go to deliver any expert lecture, right? Or I delivered anywhere, in any I am invited for any lecture or speech. I make sure that first I used to write on a sheet, and then later on I started writing on my notepad, mobile's notepad. So I used to write, and I make sure that each point is covered in same sequence. So I used to no, do that, and the benefit I could find was I could always complete the thing on time that people liked. I was always to the point because it was pre-prepared. It was, it was well rehearsed in advance, right? Earlier I used to prepare it. Later on, now it is okay that, after certain years of experience, you don't need to practice it, but you can go with it. Fine. So practice is not required. You can directly go for it because you become experienced one. That's why. So these three things broadly you can consider to prepare any speech. Specifically, when you go with preparing your presentation for book review, you can also consider this one. The way I explained you people that what is to be included in an introduction. You can read this. When I told you that we need to write one quotation in essay writing, right? So that is a eye catcher. It catches the attention of the reader and listener. When you are presenting, it will catch the attention of the viewer. It is required. Should be properly layout should be there, right? And when you explain that this is what I'm going to explain, they'll have a broad idea about your presentation, so that that can make them sit to their place and maintain the attention. This is very important. At the beginning it happens with teachers. It happened with me too, that you thought of preparing a lecture for 60 minutes, and in 25 minutes your stuff is over. Now what to do? And students are very smart. They catch the hold of teacher in that way. And there are some students who become the hijackers. They hijack the class. They confuse the teacher in such a way, right? And they hijack the class to a different world. So you should have that feeling. And that's why I in orientation I explain entire syllabus. That's why, to make sure that students, that your teacher is not ahead of by 1 hour or 20 minutes. The teacher is ahead of you by entire semester. When you are on the stage, arrange your notes. Here podium can help you. You can put your notes on the podium. See, having cheat in your hand is not a bad thing. It's not annoying, it's not a crime. But to forget things on the stage, that can be a bad thing. Instead of facing the people, when you forget the points, is it's always good thing that you have points, specifically when you are going to deal with some figures, facts and figures. So that should be a cheats, in proper cheats with you, and it should be properly arranged. You take a deep breath and make sure that you speak louder. To, to when you talk with your friends, you cannot speak with the same pitch. You need to speak little louder. In the beginning, it's advisable that you memorize certain sentences, the beginning lines, to give you confidence. Later on, I don't think that is required. Yeah, you need to begin with a smile. Fine, you smile with people, you establish a good eye contact with the people. Fine, and then that will leave a kind of impact. You ask certain questions, you try make the audience chance to familiar with you. Fine, so that way it will help you. My practice is when I go to deliver any lecture at any place, I select the time which is after the lunch or after the what we call it, after the tea break or what, or it should be first lecture, right? So what I do is I reach there at least before 1 hour, and I prefer to take lunch, or tea or breakfast with the audience. You will find some people who are known to you, and I'll talk with those people. I interact with those people. They know in advance that I'm going to deliver a session or expert session on certain topic. So we discuss little bit about it. I get to know that what are their expectations for this particular thing. Fine. And then when I enter the classroom or the training room, I'll get to know that there are certain people who have what kind of mindset. Then I ask people that you tell me what is your expectation from me in terms of from this lecture. I'm going to deliver on this topic. What do you expect from me? And I write on the board or I type on notepad in the notepad, and I make sure that everything is covered during my session. In one FDP, faculty development program, and I was invited by one universities to train people for technology, how to use technology in the classroom. Fine. So what I did was, there were people from different parts of the country. So I thought that in 2 hours time, to ask people, to write, ask and write, that would be tedious because I had many things to explain. So I went there with one, the sticky notes. I gave everybody one sticky note sheet, right? And all sticky note, I asked them, your expectation you write down. Fine. And I just had one blank wall. I asked them to stick there. And during the session, whenever anybody feels that okay, whatever I had written, right, it has been addressed, justified, you go and take the cheat. Fine. And I'll complete the session when all the cheats are removed from the wall. And that session went awesome. It was like mind-blowing one. Fine. So you can plan such kind of thing. You cannot find such kind of thing in the books, but you need to plan accordingly in a way. Then main body, when we talk about main body, the main discussion, whatever you mention about the objective of your presentation, you need to support the details, examples, arguments, right, to support your main in the main body. Fine. Okay. You can talk about major points, which are the things that highlighted over there in the introduction. You show the teaser, right? Now you talk about the entire movie. Now, if you want to organize your main body, there are different ways you can organize your body, right? Which are they? Let us talk about it. See, main body like this. You can go chronologically, you can go categorically, you can go cause and effect wise, you can go problem solution wise. That means these are the patterns. See, these are not the only one. You can have blended. For example, you can have cause and effect in chronological way. You can show problem solving in a categorical way. But in a broadly speaking, I have identified these 4 things which can help you in the beginning. Right? Chron is a root word which is related to time. There are some chronicle diseases. Narnia, if you remember this chronicle, right? Categorical is it's about different categories, right? Category wise, you mentioned cause and effect. You talk about causes and then effects. You talk about problem solution. You talk about one problem and what are the ways you can solve, right? You suggest, just like report writing. Okay. This is what I wanted to explain. Have a look at it. 1 minute. You can take a screenshot of this if you wish. This might help you. Chronologically is about arranging details in sequence. You can talk about history, evolution, and all. Categorically is about topics, subtopics, that in a proper structured way. Role of education in society, role of education in colleges, role of education in professional career, role of education in personal life, role of education in social life. So 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 like this. Cause and effect, you talk about causes and how it affects. But for example, impact of internet, smoking in adults. So what are the habits? Why people smoke and what are the effects of smoking? Problem solution. So you talk about the problem and you analyze and show the effect of that problem, right? Like for example, pollution. So instead of talking about pollution, you can talk about different types of pollution, how we can avoid, how we can overcome. Fine. So you can talk about it. For example, one of my friends, he was rather student earlier. He started initiative of environment care. So he has started a kind of startup where he manufactures paper, no, recycled paper pens and different products from the recycled papers. Now he's experimenting that there should not be any paper, any wood in the paper products. He is planning to produce papers from different sources other than wood, so that can help us like anything. Another student is working on solar energy. You can create solar energy in a way that we don't need, we can go on alternative energy sources. So people are there, right? They work like this. Okay. Conclusion, you talk about conclusion that some of the things. You revise important points, and your conclusion should be followed by question. Generally, Q&A is given for 10 minutes. So whatever questions you have, you can invite people. You can prepare certain, FAQs, frequently asked questions. If students, if somebody or from the audience, if they ask, suppose such kind of question, I'll answer in this way. So that will give you a confidence in a way. Then next is how to make a presentation effective. Let's talk about it. Make sure that you are with me, because another reconnecting phase is coming in. Right? Okay. You need to control yourself. If you have control over self, what to speak, what not to speak, how to speak, where to speak, that can give a good impact or help you to make your presentation effective. Material, content, the king, and the audience. Control over audience. If you cannot control audience, right, in that way, you and your presentation will be flooded by the audience. They'll put you there in some other way. The one thing I could find that I had been there in one function where I was to deliver a lecture, and there was inaugural session. In inaugural session, the person who came there and he spoke for 45 minutes. He spoke for 45 minutes. He was given the entire inaugural session was of the 25 minutes, including everybody's speech. And he delivered his speech for 45 minutes, and then people go mad, the audience, and they started clapping for every word, for every sentence. And the gentleman felt so annoyed, but what can be done? Fine. So you should have control over self. If it is not there, if you have not controlled material, audience will not be in control, and there can be a heavy in a way. If you look at this picture, you will get to know about things. If you have good content, right, you need to be relaxed, calm down. If you are prepared, you can present definitely, no doubt about it. People have unlimited presentation, right? So if you keep on presenting and there is overdose of dumping things in the audience minds, people will go mad. So make sure that you present only those things which are important. That means your presentation should be simple, interesting, and engaging. You can use infographics, right? Charts and bars and images and videos and animations to make your presentation effective. Okay. I guess up to now, any problem? Fine. Then, which are the three things that one should control to make presentation more effective? Faster. You need to reply by typing. Three things you should control. One minute to answer. Fast, fast. Good one. Uh, Control over self, material, and audience. Fine. Okay. Now, uh, for 10 minutes, we will go for other task that I told you that we will have surprise. Before that, I would like to ask you that out of this 20 students, how many of you have your own website or blog? If you have your blog or website, please type yes, and if you can share the link, please share. If you have a website of your own, if you don't have, type no, so that I can get to know that okay, this many people have no website, or yeah, okay, this is communication, right? If your question is faulty, you cannot get the desired answer. So my question should be like this: if you have a website, you type yes and type the link. If you don't have a website, you say I don't have website. Okay. Now, what we want to do is now three things. Thing number one, I'm going to tell you, take you to one website where you can create your own website. There are three different ways to create your websites or three different platforms. Most important one is, or most common is Blogger by Google. Second is WordPress, and third is Wix, Wix. I've used all, and I could find that Wix is far more impressive. So I'm going to share certain things with you people. Fine. So let's talk about that one. Rajesh has shared one website, mixmaza028blogspot.com. Good one. Okay. Everyone, if you can look at this is something awesome I could find. It's www.vix.com. For free, you can have different types of templates. I'll show that. See, you can find different types of templates there, and they are so SEO friendly. You can do whatever you wish. If you want to go with creative one, photography, design, music, creative arts, portfolio, CV, here you can create your resume on this. And how beautiful it is, I tell you. You can find some resume templates, and that can help you to understand that this is something you can do on your own. And if you want to even go with pro, it gives you 10 GB space in less than I guess 350 rupees or something. So it's less than 1 rupee a day, and you get 10 GB space and your own setup. Fine. So by next week, I expect that you people explore this. Good. But I want everybody to have your own website, one website. Fine. And go with free one. I don't want you people to pay right now from your pocket. But if you know how to prepare, how to design a website, it's a good business because everybody is moving online. Being a student of computer engineering, if you can create websites, 10 websites in a month, you can imagine. And you inquire what is the cost that people are paying to create one website. And I can tell you that it will not take much time. I can show you my student, one of my students, right? Uh, he created a website, an entire website was designed in less than 3 hours time, just less than 3 hours time. You cannot imagine. See, all these things, get in touch, all this multimedia, social media functions over there. Even there is a cart, you can get the things, you can buy from there. It has been directly connected through Instagram. He is the student, right? He was a student of environment engineering. in master's degree, fine. And he created a student of master of engineering environment science. He has not knowledge about much knowledge about computer, but he could do it. So definitely we can do better in a different way. Fine. So I'm damn sure that you people will be able to create your own website and show it to me next week. And when you want to go with your presentation, instead of doing your presentation on PowerPoint presentation, I wish that why don't you think of doing presentation here on any of the websites. So you can have your own website to do with, and that can create definitely a huge impact in our mind. So can I expect you people to have your website by next week during this Janmashtami holidays, or rather you are quite free nowadays, so you can definitely think of. Fine. So you can surprise me next week, right? Great. Okay. How to deal with the questions. Next point. Yes, Path, I know. See, nobody is free, but you need to go extra mile. And this is something that you like to, that will go with you. So definitely you should go with it. Go for it, right? Yeah. Once you go for it, when that will help you. And when you are a creative person, definitely you will find altogether a different thing. Okay. Now let's move to the next last phase of our presentation, dealing with questions. How to deal with questions. Fine. So as I told you that you can create a kind of FAQs for yourself. Later on, if nobody asks, you can ask such kind of question, that this kind of question can be there in your minds, and I like to solve those things. Or if such questions comes on the floor, you can definitely help answer properly. When you indicate that you're ready for question answer, you can go for it. Fine. Don't try to be defensive. You are not there in the court, and this is not the courtroom. It's your presentation, your class, your training room, or whatever it is, right? So don't do that. If you don't know, you say I don't know. It's okay. Fine. But you should not you should not insult the questionnaire, right? The person who has asked the question, he should feel that okay, you respect that person, right? You appreciate that person, and you answer the question. Think before you speak. This is very important. If you think after speaking, you cannot do much. But if you think before you speak, you can do much. Because once the words are spoken, you cannot take it back. You cannot unroll or roll back. Fine. I had one of my friends used to say that whatever is done cannot be undone even if you go to London. Right? It was trying to rhyme the things, but thing is right. Wherever you go, you cannot undone things. Fine. So I believe that you think twice. What is harm in that? It will be delayed by 10 seconds, but you will not have to repent for it. These are the techniques, right? You can implement to answer the question. So deal with the questions. You thank the questionnaire, the person who has asked the question. You thank that person. Oh, it's nice. It's a wonderful question. It's an interesting question. Nice question. Not like this. You repeat the question. You make sure this is the question. Sometimes it happens that you answer the question and say, "Sir, this was not the question." So you waste your time and energy. It's better that you confirm. You answer the question if you know. You check with the questionnaire that this is the answer I could satisfy or not, right? And you thank the questionnaire again. This is the way you can work. You can prepare a presentation on book review, right? This is your assignment. Next week onwards, I'm going to ask you people to present your presentation, right, on book review. So you can present your book review in form of a presentation, video, right? It can be animated one, right? It can be a website, whatever it is. That's why I thought that I can show you. And I tell you that you should have your own website. Being a student of computer engineering, right? Being a student of technology, you should have your own domain, right? I have deepakmashru.com, deepakmashru.in, right? People call me Dadi, so I have Dadi.com. And that should be there. And along with that, I have more than 30 domains with me, different types of domains that I have. And not today or tomorrow, yesterday, right? It has been there for last more than 11, 12 years. So your domain makes lots of difference. And when computer engineering is your domain, you should have your domain. Fine. So I thought that I can suggest you that. Okay. Any questions, doubts up to now? Please tell me. Okay. Now, these are the three useful resources which will help you to prepare your presentation in the best way. What I'll do is I'll share these links in the chat box for your reference, right? So that you can explore it later on. You can copy down your notepads and you can later on you can explore these things. Don't do it right now. Okay. Now, I would like to ask you people that we had thought of in the last session. I explained everybody that we can think of Google Voice as Assistant application. As Part said that we don't have much time, but I guess we can at least spend around half an hour or hour in 1 week time together to collect questions. So that Google Voice Assistant application, can we go with that so that we can have revision of entire syllabus? And by spending 20 minutes for 20 questions, we can get around 800, 900 questions. So what's the harm in that? So I want to confirm from you people. I had thought of sharing one Google form asking you that whether you're interested or not. But I thought let me ask you because two-way communication is good in a way. So I want one common reply from your class that we are planning to have our own Google Voice Assistant application where we can add MCQ based questions because this would be the method for exam. And I can challenge you, I can assure you that when we have 1000 question database, in that case, no question can go out of it. So you are working for one full subject. So can we go for it? Can I expect your contribution for that? If you have better idea or other idea, please let me know so that we can work on other topic. Lisa is excited. Yes, Lisa is in, right? So yes. So if you are interested, you let me know. I can work out, or Parth and other people if you can help me, right? Lisa and all, right? You take, if you can take the lead, and if you say that, sir, we will divide the topics and we'll mind it. No, we'll go for it. I will provide you one Google sheet, right? Link for that. You can copy and paste there. Fine. And it is not necessary 20. If you wish, you can have 50. The more questions, there are more chances of having your name on there on the board. Fine. So Parth, can I share that Google sheet with everybody? Those who are interested, please write interested or I am in, so that I get to know. I could not find that speed. It's not a big deal, right? It's a small thing that you will need to do. Remaining work, I'll go with. I'll work on the templates, programming, everything I'll look into. Okay. Now, I need suggestions that how we can go for it. Can we divide the units, the chapters, group wise? Because we have 6 units with us. How can we divide 6 units so that everybody can feel that I have contributed little, and we can get more questions? So, what would be the strategy for forming a group? If anybody can help me. 2 chapters each group. No, we have 6 units, and how many groups we have? How many students? 70, 69 students. We need to talk about class. Okay, Lisa, 2 units per lab. We can per lab group. Okay, fine. That is also doable. A good suggestion. Anybody else? And the people, Khushi, the people can subdivide topics, right? So we consider that for every unit, we expect 200 questions, right? One unit, there should be 200 questions from one unit, or 100 questions from one unit. I'm talking about minimum. Then if there are units where we can have more questions, we can go with more. But what would be the minimum targeted questions that we can be given to the students? 100 is minimum. Okay. Is everybody agree with 100? 150. Okay. If we go with 150, we can touch the, that's 1000 line easily. Okay, fine. So we consider that 150 per unit. Fine. Okay. Now, can anyone help me to tell me that what about your design engineering group? How many groups are there in design engineering? Total number of students in one group. 3 to 4 in a group. Okay. It will become a small group in a way then. Okay. Uh, Fine. Do you have that list of group? That group one, these many students. So I can map with lab and I can assign the task. Can I find that list of groups? Okay, fine. And if I want three students, 2 or 3 students who can take the follow up group wise when I share the group, fine. 2 or 3 students who can take the lead, and do the coordination work along with contributing with questions, that they can take the follow up with the groups when I share that your questions are remaining, 2 days remaining, please complete the task. Okay, Kushi and Lisa, right? I'm looking for 3 people. So from this group, we can have 2 students. Fine. So Kushi and Lisa, you will take the follow up with the people. If required, you take the follow up with the entire class. We'll decide, right? Tomorrow I'll go lab with C batch. If anybody is interested to contribute as a coordinator, I'll ask them to contact you, and you 3 or 4 can start working on it. Fine. And by next week, we want to go with it. Okay, that's a good thing. Now it's time for attendance and sharing closing remarks. So we have 2 students with us, Patel brothers, Keyur Patel and Kushal Patel. These are the 2 students who will share the closing remarks. Before that, I'm going to share today's quiz with you people. This quiz is your attendance. There's no need to worry. So you got 5 minutes, and within 5 minutes you complete this task. 5 questions, answer the questions. At 11:25, I'll ask Patel brothers to share their closing remarks. Meanwhile, if you have any question or query, you can ask me. I'm available here. If you cannot do it faster, it's okay. Please make sure that your answers are accurate and correct. Dipen, Kushal, Nandan, and Kushi. They're submitted. So 10 responses. Good. Last 3 minutes. Good. Fine then. Okay, Patel brothers, you can share your closing remarks.
Okay, sir. Can I start?
Please, please.
In today's lab, we have learned about how to present to audience, and we had two activities. One we had introduction, and other you asked us to make our own website. Then you had theories about how we can be more effective in our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, KO.
Hello everyone. Today sir learn about presentation and how to purpose of presentation. Next one is why is purpose of presentation important. And next one is six great helpers. And then sir discuss about audience analysis and how to make presentation attractive. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you, KO. Fine. Is there anybody who would like to share, comment? So can I expect your website, basic website, by next week? Which trick, Parth? If you can explore more. You sound interesting every time, Parth.
Sir, the one where you change the options. Both
Right, right.
patterns.
Right, right. Even the same thing we had in the last session, right? Even I requested all the students to not to share with other group members, and I request you to that don't share within a C batch, right? Because it happens there that you get shocked that what is this? How can I be wrong and everybody can be wrong, right? So that is something it helps you to reboot your system, and everybody was agile. Processor started working fast. So just an idea that came to me, last uh, yesterday during last session of my lab, and while I'd given that presentation, while I given that question to answer, in the back of the presentation, I changed it, to look at the people's reaction, and there was agitation. People started protesting, right? This is not right in that way. So sometimes, we are learning in a way. In class, we can do such kind of things. The sense of humor can work, can help you in a great extent. But to do such kind of things online, there is something new that we are learning. Anybody else? People started like behaving like talking on walkie-talkie years past. The way we find on news channels, right? Teacher is sitting in a studio, and the students are on the field, and they are covering different things. Yes, what are you telling? There's a noise problem, and during that, the news channel starts showing promo and everything. He'll get connected with us within no time. And there are some students, smart students too. If you are not interested to speak, then my mic is not working. Fine. So we need to understand that, okay, fine, there can be some genuine reasons. As sometimes my mic is not working over here, my laptop, when I change the hands free, experiment some with Bluetooth or some other mics, then it fails, right? So it might happen with other students too. But overall, anyway, and anybody else would like to share, comment? Fair enough. Fine. Okay. So yeah, I too enjoy, right? That's why I'm proud of you people, right? So even I wait for the sessions. That whenever I get even there is a question to ask for extra session, I definitely grab on it. Fine. And during this Janmashtami vacation, I'm going to have certain experiment at my home for video recordings and all. I'll not share right now, but I'm working on certain things. I'll definitely share with you people, and you will appreciate it. And your appreciation, your acknowledgement is whatever is a booster for me, and that tells me that motivates me, that inspires me to do something more, beyond certain things. Fine. So we can call it for a day. Fine. So make sure that you add details to your presentation, book review. If you're not added, you add it. You create your own website, and proudly share to the world that this is something. And you can definitely add your all social media handles, your no, your what we call it, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, to connect there. And whatever you feed there, it can be reflected here in terms of blog. Fine. So it's a good thing, right, to do with. So we keep up to here. Thank you very much, everybody. Kayur and Kushal, thank you very much for your amazing closing remarks. Parth, your reaction to the trick was was expected one, rather. That I knew that somebody would definitely come up. Fine. So we keep up to this. Thank you very much for the session. See you on the next lecture. Fine. Meanwhile, be safe. Be at your home. Have a nice day and weekend. Thank you.